Okay, welcome to another Hebrew lesson, and we are continuing to go through this book and work on these exercises together and trying to get these various elements to become very familiar with them. And at the same time, we're learning a lot of Hebrew vocabulary, a lot of grammar, and all of that is useful in your attempt to get a grasp on this language. I do consider this language to be, although a modern variation of the Lashon HaKodesh, that meaning the Holy Tongue, it does retain, I would say, a very high percentage of the ancient Hebrew phonetic. That's something that some people don't like to admit, but it does. And although there are several different types of paleo scripts that we can find throughout history, when the house of Judah went into exile in Babylon, this is about the time of Jeremiah the prophet, and Nebuchadnezzar and his great Babylonian horde overthrew Jerusalem and destroyed Solomon's temple and put the people into slavery. He brought them back to Babylon. In reality, he did not mistreat them in the same level of mistreatment that other conquerors had done. And so, you find that even somebody like Mordecai, later on in that kingdom, was able to get to a position of influence, at least. And then Esther as well. So, yes, it was an exile. Yes, it was a punishment. And it was during this time that the modern Hebrew script was adopted. And so this is what we are using today for Hebrew. Now, will there be a time perhaps that the paleo script of whichever script of maybe 30 that are available throughout history, or a completely new one that Messiah will introduce? It does say in the prophets that the Father will, through Yeshua, will restore a pure language unto the people of the earth, that they might serve him with one consent. And so it'll be a reverse of the curse that was handed at the Tower of Babel, where, the story in Genesis where the Almighty saw that they were building a tower to try to reach to heaven, to try to challenge his authority. And he sent angels down, and basically all it took was a slight electronic signature implanted in the human brain, something simple like that. And suddenly the entire thinking process was changed. The language center was changed, and you have people who couldn't understand one another. And so they went around finding other people with a similar pattern change. So that caused them to stop the work. They didn't have the unity anymore that they had before. So, but it really was not our Heavenly Father's intended design to divide language as such. Never intended for the world to have languages that were a departure from the Lashon HaKodesh. Being Hebrew, even if it is a more archaic form of Hebrew than what we're learning. And so there's many reasons why we want to learn the Lashon HaKodesh, the Holy Tongue. And so we're going to continue here with Targila 3. Targila Shalosh is the first exercise. Figure out, get my tablet working here. Okay, so here we are. We have Targila Shalosh. Okay, and maybe we ought to move this up a little. Get that out of the way. All right, so we have Hashalem Bet, so complete with these words. We have Bayit, house. This might be Bayit, the house, Meha Bayit, from the house, La Bayit, to the house, Beh Bayit, in the house. Babayit would be in a house. This would be in a house. Babayit would be in the house. Notice the patak under there. Habaita would be like toward the house. Notice the hay of direction. The hay of direction tells us toward the house. Okay, and then also we've got these here, bahuts or hahutza, hahutza. So it's like toward, in other words, going outside or in the outdoors. Okay, so basically we're just making these fit. That's all we're doing here. Okay, so number one, we have yesh lehem. So there is to them. To them. You see that lehem? To them. There is to them blank gadol. Yafa, so this is a big, beautiful what? Big, beautiful what? Let's see, there is to them aliyad ha'ir. So we have very near. This would be like, it literally means on hand. So very near ha'ir is the city. So I'm thinking maybe it's this one here, just bayit. Or it could now if we say habayit, then we're saying there is to them the house, gadol yafa. We're saying that it's big and beautiful. But if we just say house, yesh lahem bayit, there is a house. Then it seems to fit better grammatically. So I'm kind of thinking this might be the one that goes in there. So let's put it in there and see what happens on our answer key. So we have bayit for house. So what we have here is yesh lahem, there is to them bayit, a house, gadol yafa, big and beautiful. Aliyad, nearby, ha'ir, the city. Okay. Now let's see what they have on their answer key here. And that's what they have here. Yesh lahem, there is to them bayit, a house, gadol yafa, aliyad ha'ir. Okay, so nearby the city. So notice in this case, we're just putting a house there to match grammatically with the rest of the sentence. Let's get rid of that. There we go. All right, so let's go to number two. Hayom yom. Today is a beautiful day. Yom yafa. Today is a beautiful day. Hayom yom yafa. If you were to say today is a beautiful day. V'harbe, and lots of people. V'harbe hanashim nimsaim are located. What? They're located where? How about this one right here? Bahuts. They're located outside because it's a beautiful day, right? Bahuts. Okay, so bahuts. Okay, so we could say hayom yom yafa. Today is a beautiful day. Let's make sure that's yofa, not yafe. Hayom yom yafa, v'harbe anashim nimsim bahutz. Nimsim. There we go.
היום יום יפה והרבה אנשים נמצאים בחוץ. היום יום יפה והרבה אנשים נמצאים בחוץ.
Okay, yeah, yafe. That's kind of what I thought it was. Yafe, because I think yom is
היום יום יפה והרבה אנשים נמצאים בחוץ.
yeah, harbe anashim nimsaim bahutz. Okay, so there's lots of people. It's a beautiful day today, and lots of people are located bahutz outside. All right. Let's double check our answer key. Number 2, we have Hayom Yom Yafe. Today is a beautiful day. Veharbe Anashim, and lots of people, Nimsaim, are located bahutz. Okay. Well, this exercise is actually quite straightforward. Kind of a change of pace from what we were doing in the last few videos, because those were much more difficult. Okay, so now we have number 3. We have Abba Avod. So Abba is working kol hayom, all the day. Abba Avod kol hayom, all the day. Hu ba, he comes blank ba'erev. He comes what? So how about if we were to say he comes to the house? We could say this one right here, habaita, toward the house. If we said he comes to the house here, yes, I guess theoretically that could work. This one wouldn't work. From the house, no. Is he coming the house? No. Is he coming a house? No. Is he coming in a house? No. Is he coming, let's see, in with or on? No, because that basically is already talking about location that's happening in the present. So I think it's probably this one or this one. So when you're doing these kind of exercises, use process of elimination. So I'm thinking that father probably is coming toward the house with the hay of direction there, which means it is a direction towards something. So let's put that in there. Okay, so oops, that should go down here, shouldn't it? I put it in the wrong blank. This all goes down here. Down in this one here. And then Be'erev. So let's see what number 3 says. Okay, Abba Oved Kol Hayom. Abba is working all the day, and Hu Ba, there it is, Habaita Be'erev, and he comes back toward the home in the evening. Abba Oved Kol Hayom, Hu Ba Habaita Be'erev.
אבא עובד כל היום הוא בא הביתה בערב.
Yeah.
אבא עובד כל היום הוא בא הביתה בערב.
Yep. Okay. So that's correct. Very good. Okay, so number 4, we have Annette. Let's see. This looks. This is Annette. Looks like a girl here. Ohavet. Ohavet. I bet you it's Ohavet. Annette likes the Shabbat. She likes the Shabbat, blank. But lekore, this is and to read Sepharim. She likes to read books. Okay, so to Shabbat. So Annette likes to Shabbat. So I wonder if when it says to Shabbat, in other words, she is talking about the seventh day Shabbat, or is it it could be a lot. In this case, it is the same root, but it might be Leshevet, which means to sit. Because it all comes from a resting root, right? Annette ohevet Leshevet. Yeah, that's right.
ענת אוהבת לשבת.
Yeah, Annette
ענת
ohevet
אוהבת
Leshevet.
לשבת.
Okay, she likes to sit. So even though this right here looks to us like the seventh day Sabbath, it's using that root to say sitting and resting. Okay, so Leshevet. So how about we would say in the house? In the house. Could we use that one? How about this one right here? Babayit. She's not going to sit to the house. She's not going to sit from the house. She's not going to sit the house. She's not going to sit a house. She's not going to sit in the house. Actually, this might work too. In a house or in the house. Okay, so we got two contenders here. She's not going to sit toward the house. No, most likely not. Let's see here. So I'm thinking probably this one here, babayit. Okay, so we have babayit in the house. So Annette ohevet leshevet babayit velikro seferim. Okay. Babayit velikro seferim. And read books. Okay.
ענת אוהבת לשבת בבית ולקרוא ספרים.
Yeah, velikro seferim.
ענת אוהבת לשבת בבית ולקרוא ספרים.
Okay, so we should have babayit there. Let's see what's on number 4. All right, yes, and we got that. These are quite easy, really, when you think about it. Annette ohevet leshevet babayit, in the house, velikro, and reads sefarim, which are books. She reads books. All right, number 5 here, acharei hashior. So after the class, acharei means after, hashior, the class, kolam, actually I think it's kulam, everyone, holekim, everyone is going where? Where are they going? After the class, everyone is going where? How about this one here, hahutza? Everyone's going outside, toward the outside. If they're after the class, they probably don't want to go in a house anywhere, from a house or to a house or in the house or toward the house. No, I think after a class, kids probably like to go hahutza, right? Outside, toward the outside. We'll see if I'm right here. Okay, so let's put it together and see if it works. Acharei hashiur kulam holekim hahutza. That's right.
אחרי השיעור כולם הולכים החוצה. אחרי השיעור כולם הולכים החוצה.
Yeah, hahutza. Okay. Hahutza, which is toward the outside. So that should be what we have there on number 5. Okay, so look at this, what they chose to do. They put acharei hashiur kulam holekim. Look at this, habayita, toward the house. They go toward the house. After the classes, everyone goes toward the house. You know what? Either one could work. Either one could work. There's more than one answer to this, because it doesn't tell us anything about the sentence with regard to their destination. It only wants us to be grammatically correct. So therefore, we could say hahutza, which is toward the outside. They're going out of the building, toward the outside, into the shun, or they're going toward the house. So I kind of think this is kind of a bad answer, because why would everyone in the class go toward the house, as if to imply there's just one house? Because usually in a class they're coming from multiple households, right? But it seems to me a better answer would be hahutza, which would be outside. Everyone from any house that come from can go outside after the class. All right, we'll let the editors take that up on the book. Okay, so let's see here. We were on this one here, number 6, shesh. Ani me'od ohev. So I really like what? Et. Now, there has to be something that's directing that action. There's going to be a subject now. And notice that et is simply telling us that there is action over here that's happening on a subject on this side. Okay? So that's all it does, really, grammatically. Okay, so ani me'od ohev. So I really like what? Blank shali. Okay. To me. So I really like, we could say bayit shali, which would be my house. We could say habayit, so it's like my house. That doesn't make sense. Mehabayit, no. Mehabayit shali, no. How about labayit? How about to the house belonging to me? No, because there's nothing about conveyance here. There's no movement happening in this sentence. How about in the house to me? No, doesn't make sense with the sentence. In the house? No, doesn't make sense. If we say ani me'od ohev, I really like it toward the house to me. No, not grammatically. So I'm thinking, and then if you were to use these here, bahuts, in the outdoors. If you were to say ani me'od ohev et bahuts shali, I'm in the outdoors to me, like my outdoors. That person doesn't own that outdoors. That outdoors is for everybody. So that's no good. Or even this one, toward the outdoors, doesn't make sense grammatically. So by process of elimination, I think we found the answer, bayit. And let's see if we are right. If you were to say, I really like my house, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so ani me'od ohev et bayit shali. I really like my house. Number 6. Let's double check our answer key. Okay, so number 6, we have, oh, look at this, what they've got. Ani me'od ohev et habayit shali. The house belonging to me. So it's not, they're not, in this case, they're saying, what we want the answer to be is the house belonging to me. But here's the problem. If you say the house belonging to me, then it's almost like that person has more than one house, because you're using the definite article. You're saying the house belonging to me. Why wouldn't it be more fluid in language to say, I really like simply my house? Bayit shali, my house. Like literally it's saying house belonging to me. I really like my house. So I'm not sure about their answer on this one either, but that's fine. We got close enough. All right. Number 7. How about basha'ah? I think this 5 is hamesh. Hamesh is number 5. But let's double check it. Basha'ah hamesh. Yeah.
החמש לפנות בוקר.
No.
החמש
No. Basha'ah hamesh hamorim. So we're saying there, let's see, Basha'ah is like 5 teachers, Holakim, are going at 5. Let's see, it's like in the hour of 5, Basha'ah. So let's put this in here. I'm going to have to put this in here manually because it doesn't like to give me the See, that means at 5. So if we put 5 in there, let's see what we get.
בשעה 5.
That's right, Basha'a Hamesh. And then Hamorim Holakim. Not Orakim, Holakim. Yeah, there we go. My translate doesn't like to work for me today. Okay, we're not saying, we're saying Hamorim, which should be teachers, I think, right?
בשעה 5 חמורים הולכים.
Yeah, 5 teachers are
בשעה
walking.
5 חמורים הולכים.
Okay, so they're walking what? At 5, Hamorim, Holakim, they are walking what? 5 teachers are walking in the outdoors. Why would 5 teachers be going to one singular house? Maybe they're walking toward the house. Possibly. We don't want, this is not good. Are they walking a house? No. How about the house? No. How about from the house? Now that one has potential. From the house to the house, maybe that has potential. In a house, are they walking in a house? Yeah, possibly. How about in the house? Okay, so we got a lot of possibilities here. So we basically have to just choose which one we think is the best. I kind of think at 5, that's after classes. School gets out at 5, right? So why would they be going to the house? Maybe they're walking outdoors. So how about in the outdoors, bahutz? We'll see if we're right. Okay, so Basha'a Hamesh, in the hour at 5 o'clock, Hamorim Holakim, 5 teachers are going, they're walking in the outdoors. Okay, now if we were to say they're going to a house, that implies they all live together. I don't know about that. All right. Okay, now look at this one here. They've got, instead of bahutz, they've got Basha'a Hamesh Hamorim Holakim. So in other words, at 5 o'clock, the teachers are going, and then they've got Habayita, toward the house. They're going toward the house, as if implying that they all live in the house. Now, what's the chances of that? I don't know. I don't think that answer they're giving us is the greatest answer. I think if they're getting out of school, then they're walking in the outdoors. Maybe they're walking in the outdoors toward their individual cars, and then they drive to the house. So take that however you like it. All right, number 8. How about this right here? Hastudentim lo b'meonot. Okay, so the students do not. Let's see, the students are not b'meonot, are not in the dormitories. B'meonot means dormitories. Hastudentim lo b'meonot.
הסטודנטים לא במעונות.
Yeah, b'meonot.
הסטודנטים לא במעונות.
Okay, so they're not in the dormitories. They are what? They're not in the dormitories. Well, maybe this one would work then. How about bahutz, in the outdoors? They're outside. So maybe that's where our bahutz comes from. Okay, so studentim lo b'meonot hem, they, bahutz, are in the outdoors. I think we got a good grasp on this one. Let's go to number 8 and see. Okay, so number 8, yes, that is what they've chosen as the answer. Hastudentim lo b'meonot. The students are not in the dormitories. Hem, they, wait a minute here. Am I on the right one? Oh, look at this. They chose babayit. They are in the house. They are in the house. Interesting. They're not in the dormitories. They are in the house. But you know what? They could be outdoors too. Bahoots, they could be outdoors. They're not in the dormitories. Maybe they're outdoors. So I think either one of these could work. There's more than one possible answer for some of these. All right. How about this one, number 9? Kesha ani. So when I blink, kesha ani. When I, keshe is like. It's kind of like it's like a cough there is like or as, and then the sheen is like part of sha'ah. So it's like as time. So it's like as time. So you just distill it down. It's like when. And then the ani means I, right? So it's like as time. So we're getting this like when I, essentially how you're translating that right there. When I blink. Ani rotsa, when I blink, I want lahiyot, I want to be, when I want to be something. So what? See, when I'm in the outdoors, that possibly could work. Ani rotse, I want to be blank. Actually, this in the outdoors could be this one right here. How about when I'm in the house? How about when I'm in the house? How about babayit goes right here? Babayit. When I'm in the house, I want to be in the outdoors. Okay, so. Okay, so keshe ani babayit. So when I'm in the house, ani rotsa, or I probably wrote say. We have to, if it's talking about ani, its masculine singular is presumed if we have no other evidence. So it's rotse, most likely. I want lahiyot to be. How about we put bahoots here in the outdoors? Okay, I want to be in the outdoors. Kishani, and when I am blank, when I am outside. I think maybe this is going to be, and when I'm outside. How about this? I want to be indoors. It might be maybe it's saying that this person really can't be happy anywhere. Okay, so keshe ani, when I'm outdoors, ani rotse lahiu, I want to be in the house. Okay. Now it might be the reverse. We'll see if they put when I'm outdoors, I want to be in the house. And then when I'm in the house, I want to be outdoors. So it could be the reverse of that too, but I think that's what they're getting at here. Number 9. All right, how about, okay, here we go. Yeah, they this is what I put was they chose the one that I had, Kisha ani babai. So when I'm in the house, ani rotse lahiu, I want to be bahoots outdoors. But Kisha ani, and when I'm bahoots, when I'm in the outdoors, ani rotse lahiot babayit. I want to be in the house. All right, we got that one. All right, so we're on number 10 now. Now look at this one here, me ayin, me ayin. Now remember that yesh means to be, but ayin means that there is not, or rather yesh means there is, but ayin means there is not. So me ayin means from there is not. So it's like this kind of there is not to you. Let's double check that right here. Me'ayin ata ba akshav. Okay, so it's like, from where are you coming now? So it's like from there is not you coming now.
מאין אתה בא עכשיו?
And let's double check this me'ayin.
מאין.
Okay, yeah.
מאין.
So it's like two things. You've got the from preposition on there, and it's like there is not, meaning it's like a question. They don't know. There is not means there's no information. There is not. So they're saying from there is not, from no information. In other words, I don't have information about your location, where you came from. So it's basically, it's all summed up in this me'ayin, which means you could just say it from whence, if to use an old English word, like from where. Say that again. Get a little louder. I had trouble hearing you. Was that you, Michelle?
No, something came through on my computer.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. There we go. When you're speaking into it, it's much louder. So yeah, there must have been something came through. All right. Okay. So me'ayin, from where? Ata ba akshav. So where are you from? Okay. So we've got some choices here. Where would that person be from? Are they from a house? I don't know about that. Are they from the house? I don't know. How about this one? Me habayit, from the house. Because if you're asking where are you from, it would make sense for the person to answer from somewhere, to give a direct answer, right? So how about me habayit, from the house? Okay, that's possibility. To the house, that doesn't make sense. In the house, no. Or in a house here, no. In the house, toward the house, are you from toward the house? No. Are you from bahutz, in the outdoors? No, doesn't make sense grammatically. Are you from toward the outdoors? No, not really. How about this one here? Me habayit, me habayit. So I think that's probably what they're going for. Okay, so if you say me'ayin ata ba akshav, so where are you from now? Where are you now from? And then if you were to answer from the house, okay, that kind of makes sense. Let's see what number 10 says for us. Okay, so look at that. Now look what they chose. They chose me habayit. Yeah, from the house. That's right. Me'ayin ata ba akshav. So where are you from now? Where are you now from? And it's me habayit, from the house. All right, so that's correct. All right, so let's see here. Number 11, we have at zericha. So now notice this is not the et, which basically is the grammatical device which separates action from the subject of action. It's not et, even though it looks exactly the same. We can tell by the position of this word that it's the pronoun you, feminine singular. So it's at, you, feminine singular. So in this case, this is at zericha. Do you want, how about this one? Lahikanes, to enter. I think that's lahikanes, means to enter. Let's double check that. At zericha, lahikanes. Yeah.
את צריכה להיכנס.
Yeah, do you want to enter what? Do you want to enter what? How about to the house? Do you want to enter to the house? Okay, that's a possibility. Do you want to enter from the house? No. Do you want to enter the? How about just the house? Okay, maybe, possibly. Do you want to enter the house? Do you want to enter a house? Yeah, maybe. How about in a house? Do you want to enter in a house? I don't know. That's kind of not right really there. How about in the house? Do you want to enter in the house? I really think this one probably is the best. To the house. Do you want to enter into the house? Because this lamen means to or for, right? So I'm kind of thinking that might be the one. And then toward the house? No, that doesn't make sense. Do you want to enter in the outdoors? There's really no entering the outdoors, is there? I mean, it's just outdoors. It's there. Toward the outdoors? No, doesn't make sense. So I think I'm going to go with this one here. La bayit, to the house. Let's see here. Okay, so we have at zericha lahikanes. Do you want to enter to the house? Now, I'm kind of wondering if in the house could work too, because it's already this. We've already got the preposition here, to enter. So it almost sounds like it's redundant to put into, enter to enter to the house. So that might be a little bit redundant. So I'm going to go with option B here and put babayit there too, just in case. So we'll see. It's either one of those. So we'll see what their answer key says. And then this says chavel, which I think means chavel. Too bad. Too bad. Hevel. If somebody asked you, do you want to come into my house? And they want to come, they look like they want to come, you could say hevel. Too bad for you. Hevel. Oh, look at that. All right, so let's see what number 11 is. You don't get to come in my house. And notice it's a girl too. So it's probably some suitor that wants to come in, spend time with her. And she's like, too bad. She, he made her mad or something. I don't know. There's all kinds of scenarios around this one. Zericha lahikane. So do you want to enter habaita, toward the house? I don't know about that. Why would they say toward the house there? Do you want to enter toward the house? Habaita. I don't know about that one. I think that might not be a very good answer, but hevel. I think better it would be habayit or babayit. Would you like to enter in the house, or labayit, to the house? Something like that. But this habayita, at zericha lahikanes. So let's put it in the Google thing and see what that comes up with. At zericha lahikanes habayita. Zericha. Okay, which one is it? Zericha. There we go. Okay, at zericha lahikanes. Oh, look at this. Okay, I'm wrong about this. It does make sense. You know why? Because lahikanes means to go out, not enter in. I got those two mixed up. So yeah, that now makes sense. Do you want to go out toward the house? So it could be, in this scenario, it could be a teacher saying to a student, do you want to go out toward the house? And the student is like, yes, I'm done with studies. And the teacher goes, hevel, too bad. You're going to keep studying, It could be like that. So because it says, do you want to go home? Essentially is what this is saying, toward home. That makes sense then if you say this is to go out, not enter in. So I got to remember that. Lahikanes is to go out. Lahikanes. Oh, but it does say, but it can also, well, yeah, it does. I was right there. It is lahikanes. So what's going on here? What am I missing? This one's got me a little stumped. Lahikanes. It is to enter, but I was right the first time. It is to enter, lahikanes. This is a bit confounding to me. So do you want to enter? And they're saying toward the house. And maybe what they're saying here is that being that this is the hay of direction, it is a word that means you're coming into the house. It's you're using the hay of direction. So maybe they're right about that. All right, guys. And then they're saying too bad, hevel, bad. All right, I'm just going to go on here. I might have learned something there, so I hope you guys did too. There's always learned something on these. Okay, so let's take a look at this one right here. Mishpachat. Let's see, Yarun. Yeah, this looks like Yerkoni, Gara. So this is the family, the Yerkoni family. Yeah, Mishpakat Yerkoni. Mishpakat Yerkoni, Gara. Yeah, that's right.
משפחת ירקוני גרה. משפחת ירקוני גרה.
Yeah, Mishpachat Yerkoni Gara.
משפחת ירקוני גרה.
Okay, so Gara means dwells blank. How about in a big house? In a big house. So we have Babayit Gadol. I think right now I can see it's going to be that one right there. Okay, so Mishpakat Yarkoni Gara Babayit Gadol. So the family Yarkoni, the Yarkoni family, Gara dwell Babayit in a house Gadol. They dwell in a big house. Let's see what number 12 says. Okay, number 12, Mishpachat Yarkoni. So this is the Yarkoni family. Gara dwells. Yeah, that's right. Babayit Gadol, in a big house. In a big house. Okay. All right. That'll work. I think this is a little too high for that. There we go. Okay, so number 13. Ha'erev ani lo yotze. So in the evening, I do not yotze. Okay, what's that yotze again? Ha'erev ani lo yotze. Yeah, I'm not going out. That's right. The yotza is the one that's the going out one.
הערב אני לא יוצא.
And kanes means enter in. Yotza means going out. You're going out with yotza. Kanes means entering in. Okay, so in the evening, ani lo yotze. I'm not going out.
הערב אני לא יוצא.
Yeah, ani. Okay, so ani. Let's see here. I am nishaer. I am nishaer. Ani nishaer. Ani nishaer. Yeah, I remain.
הערב אני לא יוצא. אני נשאר.
Yeah, nishar. There we go. I need nishar. I am remaining what? Varoe televisia, and I'm watching television. Okay, so I'm remaining what? How about in the house? And this, if you were to say in a house, I think you need a definite article there. So I think you need to have the house. I'm remaining in the house. So I think it's probably going to be that one there. I don't think it's going to be this one. This is simply the house. This is a house. This is to the house. No, it doesn't make sense because we're remaining somewhere, right? This one, I'm not sure that's correct. Toward the house, no. This doesn't make sense if you're watching television in the outdoors, bahutz, or toward the outdoors. Doesn't make sense. So I think it's going to be this one, babayit, in the house. Okay, so let's see here. We've got Rev ani lo yotze. So in the evening, I am not going out. Ani nishar, I am remaining, babayit, in the house. v'ro'eh televizia, and I am watching television. So let's see what they've got for number 13. Okay, so number 13, we have ha'erev ani lo yotzei. So in the evening, I am not going out. Ani nishar, there it is, babayit. Okay, so I am remaining. Nishar, ani nishar, I'm remaining. Babayit, in the house, v'ro'eh televizia, and watching television. Okay, so that's correct. All right, guys, here we go. We're getting down to the end zone here, aren't we? And I think, don't I have a timer on this thing? Where's my timer? Let's see here. Where's my timer? There should be a timer. I'll see here. I'm trying to remember where that timer thing is at. Maybe it's on video settings. Add a timestamp for the recording. Okay. Okay, let's try that. Audio, video. I am just trying to get this timer straightened out here. On the other one, I managed to get it on there. So right now, I don't know how long we've been doing this, but because I've just been working along at it. So let's go to number 14 here and see what we got. We've got anaknu ochalim. So we are eating what? Kol erev. So it's like every evening. We're eating what? We're eating toward the outdoors every evening. We're eating in the outdoors every evening. Okay, that's a possibility. We're eating in the house every evening. Okay, that's a possibility. Toward the outdoors every evening. I don't know about that. In a house every evening. I don't know about that. To the house every evening. No. From the house every evening. No. The house every evening. We're eating the house every. You're not eating the house. No. A house. Are you eating a house every evening? No. Okay, so we got two choices here. But let's go forward and see if we can get more clues. We've got anaknu lo ohavim. We do not like to eat. Le'echol. I'm kind of thinking here that some people don't like to eat in the house. So maybe they're eating in the outdoors. Bahutz. Okay, so anaknu ochalim bahut. So we are, in other words, anaknu ochalim. We are eating in the outdoors. Kol erev, every evening. Okay, anaknu lo ohavim. We do not like le'echol, to eat. How about in the house? So I think probably that's the idea here. Okay, so we should have bahutz and babayit in number 14. Okay, so let's see. Oh, look at this right here. They're the reverse thinking. They like eating in the house and they don't like eating outdoors. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Because usually people like to eat outdoors. But look what they've got here. They've got it reverse. Anaknu ochalim babayit. So we are eating in the house, kol erev, every evening. Anaknu lo ohavim. We do not like le'ekol, to eat, bahutz, in the outdoors. Who doesn't like to eat in the outdoors? That's weird, isn't it? I know Michelle would like to eat in the outdoors. She's in the outdoors all the time.
Exactly.
I don't understand it. These people, they're too sheltered. The writers of this book. All right, here we go. Number 15. Kol hashekanim. Let's see. Ba'im ha'erev. So every. Let's see. Hashekanim. That's one that I came across before. Let's take a look at it. Kol hashekanim ba'im ha'erev. Okay. Let's see. We got to have a kaf, not a kof. And there's no hay there. So, oh yeah, all the neighbors. Let's see, kol hashekanim, all the neighbors.
כל השכנים באים הערב. כל השכנים באים הערב.
Okay, so this is kol, all the neighbors, hashekanim, the neighbors, ba'im, they're coming, ha'erev, they're coming in the evening. They're coming the evening, blank, shel mishpakat Mizrahi. Now, this is a family name here, Mizrahi. And mishpakat is, they're coming what? I think it means probably they're saying to the house belonging to, shel, mishpakat Mizrahi, belonging to the Mizrahi family. They're coming to the house belonging to the Mizrahi family. So probably, I think this fits pretty well because they're coming, the neighbors are coming in the evening to the house, shel mishpakat Mizrahi. So they're not coming from the house to go to dinner. No, they're not coming in. They're not coming the house to go to dinner. Doesn't make sense. They're not coming a house, go to dinner. No, they're not coming, let's see, a house, because it's giving us a specific family name. So that's not it. How about, now this one's interesting here. There's a possibility here. But bayit, in the house. But I think in this case, we're going to need that lamed, which means to the house. But so I'm thinking this will be number one choice. This will be number two choice. Are they coming toward the house? Belonging to, I don't know. I don't think that fits very well. The outside doesn't have anything to do with the family house. No. Okay, so I think I'm going to put la bayit there. Well, that's a bad lamed, isn't it? Okay, so let's try this one. Kol hashekanim ba'im ha'erev. So all the neighbors, ba'im, are coming in the evening, la bayit, to the house, shel, belonging to mishpakat Mizrahi. In other words, the Mizrahi family. Maybe they're having a block party and they're putting on a beef barbecue. I mean, these are Jews. They're not going to be eating pork. So a beef barbecue, unless they're a bad Jew. And they're inviting people from their neighborhood over there. You know, their neighbors in the neighborhood said, hey, come eat with us. Isn't that something? I think the Jews are more like that. They're more like, hey, this neighbor over here, let's go get that neighbor. They're kind of like that. So let's see what's on number 15. Okay, so what do we have? That's correct. I did get that right. Kol hashekanim. So all the neighbors, ba'im, are coming, ha'erev, in the evening, la bayit, to the house, shel, belonging to mishpakat Mizrahi, to the Mizrahi family, essentially. All right, that completes that exercise, and that was kind of a big exercise, I think. But it did help us to understand how these various words are used in a more grammatical, correct sense. And really, we have just one more exercise here, but let me see what kind of time I've got here. I try not to go too far over an hour. Sometimes it just is a little much. Yeah, we're already at an hour. Looks like I lost Helen. Let's just see what they're trying to do here. How about Targil Arba? This is exercise 4. Remember, for 4 in Hebrew is Arba. And this says Seder et Hamishpatim. So it's, in other words, it's saying order the sentences. Order the sentences. This one's kind of tough. So I think what I'm going to do is I've worked enough with the language today. We've got an hour down. And I'll just check one other thing. Excuse me. A little bit of a cough. We'll get rid of that. We'll highlight this. If I can get the highlight to work. It likes to be troublesome sometimes. All right, so we're going to start there next time. Order the sentences. And then maybe if we have time, we'll get into Shiur Shloshim Ve'akat. I think that's right. Shiur Shloshim Ve'akat. Shiur Shloshim Ve'akat. It's not 31, it's Hamesh. Shloshim Hamesh. V'Hamesh. It's going to be Shloshim V'Hamesh. Shloshim V'Hamesh. There we go. That's right.
שיעור 35.
Yeah, Hamesh is 5 in Hebrew.
שיעור 35.
Yeah, V'Hamesh. So literally in the number, when you look at a number in Hebrew, basically you have to count the tens first. So basically in a number, you're saying 30, and then the va means and plus, and then 5. So it's like 30 plus 5. That's how a number is done in Hebrew. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so we'll start that the next time if we get through this last exercise. All right, and let's double check one other thing here. All right, so here's our exercises number 3. We're on unit 3 right now. Here's some listening comprehension. What do we got here? I don't know if we've got, yeah, share sound.
יום, ימים, שבוע, ימי השבוע, יום ראשון, יום שני, יום שלישי, יום רביעי, יום חמישי, יום שישי,
Yom Shishi.
שבת,
Shabbat is Saturday or Shabbat.
מיטה,
Mita, bed. Look at that. So there's some interesting words there that we could pick up. All right. Okay. All right. So I think that'll conclude this study. I think we did enough today, and we'll try to pick it up tomorrow, or maybe even in the evening if I have the energy. I've got a limited amount of energy in the day. So, all right. Well, you have a great day, Michelle. And for all of you out there that are
Thank you.
listening to this video, try to just keep working with the language here and there a little bit. And, you'll get more familiar with it, more comfortable with it. Practice makes perfect. So that is definitely true of using this language. But I tell you what, if you get to this level right here, at just this intermediate level, which is what I'm working on, you'll actually be able to get by pretty well in Israel. Because you've got enough vocabulary. If you know how to use the tools like Google Translate, and you've got a good internet connection in Israel, my goodness, you're going to be able to get by pretty well. All right, so with all of that, I will say shalom, shalom.